We live in a world where ideas abound, where dreams are nurtured, and where aspirations take root in the fertile soil of our minds. Yet, ideas alone cannot forge the future we envision. Dreams, without action, remain ephemeral wisps of imagination. It is action, bold, deliberate action, that breathes life into our ambitions and propels us toward the changes we seek. Think for a moment about the great movements of history. The civil rights struggles, the quest for equality, the triumphs over adversity, all were born from the courage of individuals who refused to be complacent. They were ordinary people who chose to do extraordinary things. They stepped forward when others hesitated. They spoke out when silence seemed safer. They acted when action was needed most. Today, each of us stands at a crossroads of our own making. We face challenges both personal and societal, dreams both individual and collective. And in this moment we possess a power that is uniquely ours, the power to act. But what does it mean to take action? It means summoning the courage to defy inertia and complacency. It means embracing discomfort in pursuit of growth. It means setting aside fear of failure and embracing the possibility of success. It means lifting each other up, lending a hand to those who stumble, and celebrating the victories, both small and monumental. Change is not a passive endeavor. It demands our commitment, our resilience, and our unwavering belief in the possibility of a better tomorrow. It requires us to step beyond the boundaries of what is comfortable and familiar, to challenge the status quo, and to forge new paths where none existed before. Today I challenge each of you to reflect on your own journey. What changes do you wish to see in your life, your community, your world, and what actions will you take to bring those changes to fruition? Remember, the journey begins with a single step, a step taken not in hesitation, but in determination. It is a step that acknowledges the obstacles ahead, but refuses to be deterred by them. It is a step that embraces the belief that through our collective efforts, we can bend the arc of history toward justice, equality, and prosperity for all. So let us pledge, here and now, to be architects of change, builders of a brighter future. Let us not wait for change to find us, but instead, let us seek it out with purpose and resolve. For in our hands lies the power to shape destinies, to inspire generations, and to leave a legacy that echoes through the annals of time. Take action, my friends. Take action if you want changes. The world awaits the transformative power that resides within each of us. Together, let us unleash it. In our lives, we often find ourselves grappling with the tension between what is and what could be. We envision a future where justice prevails, where opportunity is abundant, and where every individual can thrive. Yet these visions remain elusive unless we muster the courage to act upon them. Change, in its truest form, does not occur through wishful thinking alone. It requires the deliberate choice to step forward, to confront challenges head-on, and to refuse to accept the status quo when it fails to serve the greater good. It demands that we move beyond our comfort zones, embracing discomfort as a necessary companion on the journey toward progress. Think back to pivotal moments in history, the civil rights movements, the fight for gender equality, the struggles against oppression and injustice. In each of these moments, ordinary individuals found extraordinary courage within themselves to stand up, speak out, and take decisive action. They did not wait for change to be handed to them. They seized it with both hands and forged paths where none existed before. Today, each of us holds within us the seeds of change. It starts with a single idea, a flicker of inspiration that ignites a fire within our souls. But ideas without action remain dormant. They require the nurturing touch of determination and perseverance to blossom into tangible results. Taking action means more than just making noise, it means making a difference. It means committing ourselves to the hard work of advocacy, of standing up for what is right, even in the face of opposition. It means fostering empathy and understanding, building bridges where there are divisions, and lifting up voices that have long been silenced. Change begins with us here and now. It begins with the choices we make, the values we uphold, and the actions we take in service of a brighter future. It requires us to confront our own biases, to challenge systems of inequality, and to create spaces where diversity is not just tolerated but celebrated. But let us not mistake action for perfection. The path to change is fraught with setbacks and obstacles. It demands resilience in the face of adversity, humility in moments of triumph, and a steadfast belief in the power of collective action. So today I challenge each of you to reflect on your own journey. What changes do you wish to see in your own life, in your community, in our world, and what steps will you take to bring those changes to fruition? Let us be guided by the knowledge that our actions ripple outward, shaping the course of history in ways both seen and unseen. Let us draw strength from the legacies of those who came before us, whose sacrifices paved the way for progress. And let us pledge ourselves to the noble pursuit of justice, equality, and opportunity for all. Consider for a moment the challenges we face: social injustices that persist despite our best intentions, environmental crises that threaten our planet's future, and economic disparities that divide communities. These are not mere problems to be solved, they are rallying cries for action, opportunities for us to demonstrate our resolve and commitment to a better world. History is replete with examples of ordinary people who, when faced with extraordinary circumstances, chose courage over complacency and action over apathy. From the suffragettes who fought for women's right to vote, to the civil rights activists who marched for equality, to the environmentalists who championed sustainability, each movement was propelled forward by individuals who dared to dream of a better future and took concrete steps to make those dreams a reality. Our world stands at a crossroads. The decisions we make, both individually and collectively, will shape the course of generations to come. We cannot afford to wait for change to happen. We must actively pursue it with determination and conviction. Data from research and studies reinforce the urgency of our actions. For instance, studies show that global temperatures are rising at an alarming rate, leading to more frequent and severe weather events that threaten communities worldwide. Social research indicates persistent disparities in access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities based on race, gender, and socioeconomic status, highlighting the need for systemic change. Surveys consistently reveal a widespread desire for change among populations across the globe. People yearn for leaders who embody integrity, empathy, and a commitment to justice. They demand policies that prioritize sustainability, inclusivity, and the well-being of all individuals, irrespective of background or circumstance. But desire alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by action, a deliberate, sustained effort to dismantle barriers, challenge injustices, and build bridges of understanding and cooperation. It requires us to confront uncomfortable truths, to acknowledge our own privileges and biases, and to strive for a more equitable society where every voice is heard and valued. I challenge each of you to reflect deeply on your role in this pivotal moment. What changes do you wish to see in your own life, in your community, in our world? And how will you translate those aspirations into concrete actions that propel us toward a future defined by hope, compassion, and resilience? Consider the global climate crisis, a pressing issue that demands immediate attention. Scientific data reveals that carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere have reached their highest in over 800,000 years, contributing to rising global temperatures and extreme weather events such as hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) warns that without drastic reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, we risk catastrophic consequences for ecosystems and human societies alike. Moreover, studies on social inequalities expose stark disparities that persist within our communities. Research from organizations like the World Economic Forum shows that women continue to face significant gender pay gaps across industries, with women of color experiencing even greater wage disparities. Data also highlights racial inequalities in access to healthcare, education, and employment opportunities, perpetuating cycles of poverty and exclusion. Economic indicators further underscore the need for systemic change. Despite global economic growth, income inequality remains a pervasive issue. According to Oxfam, the richest 1% of the world's population holds more wealth than the rest of humanity combined, exacerbating social divisions and hindering equitable development. Yet amidst these challenges, data also reveals a groundswell of public support for change. Polling data consistently shows that a majority of people across diverse demographics prioritize environmental sustainability, social justice, and ethical governance in their expectations of leaders and institutions. This widespread desire for meaningful change underscores the potential for collective action to drive systemic reforms and address long-standing injustices. Each of us holds the power to catalyze change. It begins with a commitment to informed action, to leveraging data-driven insights, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and advocating for policies that prioritize sustainability, equity, and social cohesion. I challenge each of you to reflect on the data before us. What changes do you envision for our world? How can we translate these aspirations into concrete actions that dismantle barriers,